Good morning, children. Welcome to Blue Stars High Secondary School. Today's class is for 8th standard and your subject is English. Today we are going to see your lessons from your textbook. Okay. So your first unit is the best Christmas present in the world. Okay. So how many of you have got presents, gifts during your celebrations? It may be a Diwali, or it may be a Christmas, or it may be Ramzan. How many of you have got gift during the festival days? Almost most of us, isn't it? All of us will have a gift and we will be enjoying and looking forward for the gift which our parents or relatives is going to give us. And here this story is also about a Christmas present. But some different is there in this Christmas present. So what is that? Let us get into the story and look at it. Okay, this story was written by Michael Morpurgo. The author name is Michael Morpurgo. So here, the best Christmas present in the world is a touching story by Michael Morpurgo. The narrator buys an old desk, an old roll-top desk, and finds in it a letter written by an English soldier, Jim MacPherson, to his wife, Connie, whom the narrator goes to meet and hand over the letter. So this is what the story is about. Okay. And now let us get into the story. The narrator went to a junk shop. You know what is junk shop? It's a second-hand shop in Bridport, looking for a roll-top desk. You could see in the picture, isn't it? This is a roll-top desk which lot of drawers in it. So the author was looking for a roll-top desk in a junk shop. The junk seller informed him that the desk he picked up was made of oak. You know what is oak, right? From an oak tree. And the narrator found it cheaper than the others he had seen. Although the desk was not in a proper shape, yet he bought it and started working on it. Okay, and then he opened the drawers. The desk was damaged with the water and fire, so it was not easy for this author to open the door, but he forced and he opened it. When he opened, he found out a tin box with a note on it with instructions to bury the letter with her. What is that? To bury the letter with her. That is what the instruction on the tin box. So out of curiosity, the author reads a letter that mentioned the address of the lady MacPherson. It was written in pencil. He read the letter. Her husband was happily narrating an incident. So this letter is about an incident which happened in the war field between the German and the English soldiers. So what happened in the war field on the day of Christmas it was very long back. Okay, this incident happened very long back. Yes, so this story goes like this. It was a Christmas morning and they were standing in their trenches. He observed Jim MacPherson. Okay, the name is Jim MacPherson. He is a soldier. He observed a white flag waving from the side of German soldiers. So as I told you, this war is between German and the English. This Jim MacPherson is a a soldier of English. he observed a white flag waving from the side of the German soldiers. They called out "Happy Christmas" loudly. Soldiers from his side also wished them back cheerfully. However, there was some confusion. About 12 soldiers started coming towards them in no man's land. Initially, the narrator was apprehensive, but he made no efforts to stop them. He was rather happy that they were celebrating happiness with his enemy soldiers. He further added that he liked the way the German officer came towards him and introduced him. He wished him Happy Christmas and told him that he should play the cello in the orchestra. Mr. MacPherson greeted him and replied that he was a school teacher from Dorset. He shared rum and sausage. He spoke almost perfect English. The German spoke almost perfect English. He was surprised to see him speaking good English. And he knew about the Dorset where he never went. The source of his information was from reading books. Okay, the German soldier could read English books, and only from that he got a good speaking knowledge over the language. They discussed about many things, and then their family includes his wife and a son. The letter read as a narrator had the best time with the enemy celebrating. The next fun element was a game of football. They made goalposts by pitting great coats. Okay, so here the German General Hans Wolff and this English General Jim MacPherson wanted to resolve the differences and would not harm their family. MacPherson was sure of winning the game, and Hans Wolff admitted that their goal was wider than theirs. So this game symbolizes peace and unity, which both the armies wanted. So this is what the letter is about. Understood? So the letter was about how the German and the English celebrated their Christmas in the war field in spite of this war. All they wanted was only peace and unity. So only because of the country they wanted to fight, but they don't have any individual enmity among each other. And now this author, the narrator, he wanted to hand it over this letter to the Lady MacPherson. So what is her name is Connie. Understood? So this narrator went to meet Connie, but then he learned that Connie was no more in her house because her house was damaged with fire and water. Understood? So she was in a nursing home in Burlington House, and the narrator went to see Connie in Burlington House. Okay. When he entered, he saw hallway and a lighted Christmas tree kept in a corner with the lopsided angel on the top. So when did the author goes to meet Connie? He is also going to meet her on a Christmas day. Okay. So here he asked for Mr. MacPherson while waiting to observe that everyone in the dining room was singing and wearing a paper hat. MacPherson was not in with the others. She would be happy to have a visitor, as she did not even have a family. He saw an old lady sitting in a wheelchair. She folded hands in her lap. Her hair was folded in a wispy bun. The visitor wished her Merry Christmas, Connie, and gave her the tin box. He described her how he discovered that, but she paid no heed to all his conversation. She didn't even listen to him, but she was smiling. She came forward with tearful eyes when he opened the tin box and handed over the letter to Connie. He mistook him for her husband Jim, because Jim has already told Connie that he will be coming to meet Connie on a Christmas day. And now who had come to meet Connie? The author had come along with the letter to meet Connie. So she mistook him for her husband Jim. She asked him to sit near her and read the letters himself. She wanted to hear his voice. She told him that they would have a Christmas cake and a marzipan. And she also told that it was the best Christmas present in the world she ever received at the age of 101. Okay, children, do you like the story? Yes, so this story is about a Christmas present which a lady receives at the age of 101. Okay, so what we learned from this lesson, we need to help others in some other way. Okay, so we should find ways to help people. Here is a summary of the story. The narrator of the story went to a junk shop and purchased a roll-top desk which was in a bad condition. The narrator started its repairing on Christmas Eve and found a letter in its drawer. He reads the letter. It was from Jim MACPHERSON to his wife Connie, as written on top. After reading the letter, he found that Jim MACPHERSON was the leader of the England army, and he described that England and Germany were engaged in a war, but on the Christmas morning a wonderful thing happened. First, Germans wishes Happy Christmas to English soldiers, and same response was given by English also. The leaders shared their ideas and feelings with each other and celebrated Christmas by eating, laughing, talking and drinking. After that, they played football match in which Germans won. In the night, both troops sang carols and had a peaceful Christmas. The author decided to give his letter to Jim's wife back. He went to address which was written on the letter envelope, where he found that an accidental fire caught in the house and she was in nursing home. He rushed to nursing home, where he found Jim's wife. As she was grown too old in the waiting of his husband, he mistook the author by understanding him as Jim, his husband, when narrator met him. She declared him as best Christmas present in the world. Okay, children, I hope you understand this lesson. And today's assignment is, you can read the summary and write it once in your classwork notebook or even in your rough notebook, and you can just bring it when you are coming back to school. Understood? So thank you, children. Do the assignment and send it back. An animated video is also forwarded along with this, so you can watch that video also for better understanding, children. Thank you. Have a nice day.